All right, guys. Well, I have no idea if we're going. I think we might be. Um, Once again, trying to find that out. Um, so I don't know. Um, we'll see. Um, it says that we've been on for 25 seconds. Hey, kind of looks like it. There we go. Got a chat up. Got some stuff going on. All right. And me, ever the professional, chewing gum the whole time. So, I am trying to change some stuff here. I'm using a hard line tonight. That's why I'm trying to computer again. Hopefully that'll smooth out the live shows and make things a little nicer. We're gonna, I don't know. I'm trying it out. Let's see how it goes. Did a couple things different tonight as well in terms of use the auto tune on the Scarlett to see if we can get the mic right, get some of the hum out of there. We'll see. I'm sure everybody would like for the hum to be gone from the show. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Right, I know. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, guys, for that. So, anyways, welcome to the Monday show here on the High Desert Music Channel. Mondays, I generally try to do, what we're going to practice for the week, what that's going to look like, what specific things we're going to get into, stuff like that. So that's what we'll talk about. We've got a whole lot of 0 viewers right now. So it's just me and the camera, and I don't really care then about the chewing of the gum. We'll ditch that here in a second. Yeah. So anyhow, hey, look at that. We got one person up. So we'll see what's going on. Again, I'm getting the notes about not having enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know. Why it works better on the phone. It sure seems to, though. So we'll do it this way anyway. And I mean, I can't change anything right now with, the OBS or anything. There's nothing I could do to knock it down. So we not sure really how to take care of that. I'm trying to stop a lot of these things, and maybe take care of some of this and knock down some of the issues I'm having to make these videos a little better, a little smoother. It seems like they're okay when I record them with the computer and all the whole get up. It does seem like the live shows are a whole lot better when it's just done on the phone and the new board. So we may be switching to that, for a little while in terms of live, even with the hard line that I got in today the hard line showed up and I plugged it in. Wow. You guys hear that humming? Oh, hang on. You know what? Let my dumb ass turn the fan off, because I'm sure that's part of what. Let me turn the fan off. Hang on a minute, eh? All right. Well, good gravy. I don't know. So, turned off some extra stuff in the OBS. We'll see if that helps out. Some of the messages are disappearing anyway on one set of software. I don't know where. I don't know, man. We'll just have to see. I will kind of watch this tomorrow and see what it looks like. Yeah, see, and I'm getting a note from the YouTube side about not receiving enough video. So, I don't know. You know, there's a good chance that pardon me, that we give up on doing these live shows via the computer and the other camera, and we just start doing them with telephone. That may be how it goes. I mean, this is a pretty bulky process with all this stuff, and I don't have a manner in which I can I don't have a Christ, I lost my train of thought anyways. Yeah. Anyhow, so practice this week. Practice this week is going to include a lot of chord work. Did make some progress with Ross this week. With the guitar and chord work in general. You guys might have seen some of the videos that we put out today. And you know, the crazy thing is kind of the reality of it. Last Wednesday when I did the pickup in the Fender acoustic, you know, obviously I had to test it a little bit and see what was going on, if it was going to be correct. I ended up needing to make a little adjustment with the neck, and I still, if you guys caught it on the show Friday night, I'm pretty sure Friday night I brought it up, I did not get that microphone exactly right, so I need to loosen the strings and kind of readjust that mic a little bit. She's really hot, boy. I mean, it is just crazy how loud that guitar is. So that's something I'm going to have to look into this week. But, point being, doing that on Wednesday night and then having to play it a little bit and check it all out, that kind of made me want to play some guitar. Like, it forced me to play a little guitar to make sure everything was right and that it was working correctly and all the, you know, all the adjustments that the pickup offers could be made. So, you know, obviously in order to do that, you got to play a little bit. Made me want to play some more and some more and some more. So, you know, that was kind of cool in and of itself, which meant that then, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up until today, I didn't really play much today. I had some other stuff going on. Anyhow, I played a lot of guitar, made some good progress with the chords. Picked up a new tune. You guys might have heard it. I actually put it already out in the video. Never Gonna Give You Up. Yeah, get that one stuck in your head all day, man. That can be nasty. But it's fun to play. It's kind of hard to play. There's a lot going on in there, man. And that video that you guys saw me record, I might have played that song 15, 20 times, maybe if that, 10 to 20 times before I put it down on film. So, you know, yeah, I'll get better at it, and we'll keep playing it. But I did have some pretty good luck with chord changes. They were feeling nice and smooth. Seems like maybe I even recorded a couple of those tunes that were chord-based and weren't horrid, like most of the covers. So yeah, there's that. That's going to continue to be something with the practicing. And I picked up, Ross and I had mentioned that Ross and I were working on a specific tune. I picked that up a fair bit over the weekend, between Friday and now. Try to get that pattern and that muscle memory in to play it correctly. So I had a good run with that this week. Part of what I'm going to say, practice for this week is going to be this MPK Mini, this Sakai. I'm really still kind of lost with this thing. I have gotten it to make some noise. Today I jacked around with it for a while, and I got the software to, I could see things moving, and I could, it wasn't quite right. It's close, but, no cigar. So I need to figure that one out a little bit, and that's not the worst thing in the world to try to figure out, and I will. But, oh well. So, I've been hearing this crazy buzz, and now I kind of hear that echo. Anyways, I do think some of the echo I'm hearing is from not being like right up on the mic, or at least being directly at it. Tristel obviously trying to work on that one. But I had a crazy buzz in my ears for most of the time that I've been recording these, and I turn the headphones down a little bit. It's much better that way, hopefully. I mean, the chat is amazingly busy tonight, and if you guys are checking that out, it's crazy. It's hard to read them. They're coming so fast. But according to them, we're still sounding okay. I mean, the studio audience, they seem to think we're doing all right. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, those guys are happy with it. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. The audience around here, they're wildly easy to please. That's why we pick them. That's why we bring them in. Tickets to the show are free. If you want one, just let me know. We'll get you on the list. It's a list. Don't misunderstand. So then that's a whole different deal. But practice this week is also going to go back to the Sakai. So anybody that's got some information on the MPK Mini and how it really operates, and not necessarily how the Mini operates so much as MPC Beats or Ableton Live Lite. I know I have a couple of other ones. Connect, I think 7 and 8. I don't know if those are actual DAWs. So anybody out there who comes across this, man, I'm begging for help trying to get this figured out so that I can actually use this APK, this MPK. I'll keep calling it AP. Anyways, I'd need to figure out this Sakai. I'd like to figure it out, and that's going to be a lot of what quote unquote practice this week turns into. So again, if you know anything about these things, and moreover the MPC Beats software, if you know how that operates, it seems like I can get programs kind of in the spot. I think I'm on the right track, but it's just not. It seems to me that when I watch the videos that even that they themselves, the MPC and Akai, that they put out, it seems like those videos leave out one or two steps. Um, and apparently they're important steps because I haven't figured out how to really even get things rolling. Like I said, I can get it to make some noise, but it's not doing what it should. And I don't know how to, it's not loading in programs into the screen. Like if you guys have seen MPC Beats, on one side of the screen there's like a list of what your sounds and tones or whatever you want to call them are. It's not loading in there correctly, so I'm not really sure where I'm going wrong. I'm going to try to keep stumbling through that. That's going to be a big part of practice time this week. Here in the desert, it's pretty nice in the mornings. Fortunately, unfortunately, you decide, I don't know, I got some free time, so I tend to play a lot in the morning on the porch. That's a lot of my practice lately. But, I can crank out an hour of practice in the morning, smoke a cigarette or four. And get some time in playing in the morning and, practice the tunes I like to play. You're playing outside in front of people that might be wandering by, and so if you're wandering by and some guy's on the porch playing his guitar or his bass, you hope that that person's somewhat skilled. I do. Anyway, I don't want to play like ass in front of whoever chooses to walk down my street. And I live on one of those streets that's busy, let's say. There's a bike path, there's a walking trail. There's a lot of folks in this town that like to get out and wander around in circles. Whatever, man. I got no problems with that. That's your deal. I don't care. Anyways, so my street tends to catch a lot of folks just cruising around. And so, that's you don't want to play crappy when you never know who's walking by. So it does kind of limit the practice that I get, realistically. Okay, I'm figuring out this echo is just basically based on where I'm aiming at the mic. I'm sorry to be figuring this out in a crappy live show, and I know the audience is. I know you guys are probably frustrated by my complete lack of professionalism in television production, but hey, what are you gonna do? You're either. Where else are you going to go? What other kind of crazy show are you going to watch at 9:30 on a Monday? You might as well watch me make a fool of myself. Why not? So anyways, we're going to keep on the chords this week. That's going to be a big portion of practice. And again, the MPK Mini, because some of that obviously is going to be remembering how to play the piano. There is a keyboard attached, and at some point you're going to want like a piano track, and you're going to have to learn how to play it the same as you will, with all the other noises that it's capable of making. So again, if there's anybody out there who has ideas, knowledge on how to run an MPK Mini and MPC Beats or Ableton Live Lite or any whatever. I have a few different pieces of software that'll, I think, do the job. Um, I just don't know which one is going to be easiest for me. I tried to go through Ableton Live Lite today for a little bit, and it was not my favorite thing in the world, to be abundantly honest. It didn't seem quite as intuitive. Again, I was getting some noise out of it. Um, I, I don't know, man. I really would like to get it figured out. So I'm going to keep watching some of these videos and maybe watch some of the videos that other people make and not the manufacturer. Maybe that's my mistake, is to watch the manufacturer's videos, because you would think they'd be better. It's not. I will say with Ableton Live Lite, you could keep like the help panel up and it would walk you written step by step. Now I'm old, and that's okay with me. That's totally okay with me to have it done in that manner. Which is not to say that I can't keep up with the video about it. It just means that it's a little easier for me. When I can just read it and jump back and forth. So there's that. Those things are I have to take into consideration. But I don't know which one I like better. I can't use either one of them right yet. The same as it was editing these videos and OBS. Obviously I barely know enough about OBS to keep it running. And speaking of, let's take a look. And like right now, the OBS is telling me that the encoder's overloaded. I'm streaming at the same, I'm not recording anything. I don't have a replay buffer running. I don't understand how the encoder's overloaded, unless, again, if you know anything about OBS, perhaps I need to not be using the software and use my hardware to encode these videos. Maybe that would speed things up and change. I can't change that right now in the middle of a show. I know that while I'm running it, I can't do that. But such is the world, right? Let's see. Trying to look at a couple of things here while we're doing this. Let's just get all up into camera, man, and see what we can find here. I'm trying to see if, okay, that doesn't show. That's not what I wanted. What's this? Add stream marker. I don't need that. Apparently on this little screen here, I can't see the chat window. I gotta go to this screen. It's actually the YouTuber screen to see the chat. And again, that chat is so busy tonight, man. They're just screaming past. I don't have time to read them all. It's insane how fast they're moving right now. But, that is indeed the world of a crazy famous person like me, Yeah, we got it rough sometimes. But that's alright. Such is the world. Oh, okay. So I figured out the little noise. Nope. Never mind. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. One of these days I'll figure it out. Maybe I need to put some sound deadening stuff all around the room here. That might be helpful. There is one of those websites out there that has that stuff for real cheap. That could make for a more interesting backdrop. As you can see, we got the new sign. Happy with the sign, not thrilled, but happy, not thrilled. But hey, man, it's new stuff back there for you guys, and that's what we did it for, is for you guys, because that's, hey, man, I'm here to please your eyes and your ears with my dulcet tones and my fabulous television production skills, right? Yeah. See, they agree. Those guys, yeah, those guys understand how hard I'm trying and how bad I really am at this. We'll get better. So anyway, there's going to be some extra guitar practice this week. I'm kind of more back into that. I'm a little more interested in it. Like I said, just doing that one quick job has kind of brought it back. Like, let's do that some more. And that's kind of tough, I guess, for me, as long, while I'm learning, that it almost seems like you're taking from one when you're playing the other, because there is only a limited amount of time. Even when you have lots of time, there's only a limited amount of it that you can truly give to playing an instrument. And if I give an hour and a half to the bass, I maybe don't have an hour and a half to give to the guitar. Maybe I only got 20 minutes. Or if I give it an hour and a half to the guitar, maybe I only got 20 minutes to give to the bass that day. So there's some party it's like you're robbing one, to get time with the other. I don't know. But I don't want to let either one of them slide. I don't want to let progression pardon me. I don't want to let forward progression slide with either one of them. I want to continue to improve with both instruments, and now again with the MIDI, I want to improve with that. I want, so. It does seem like you're throwing a lot of irons in the fire, but they're kind of the ones I want to throw in there. They're things that I want to do, things that I'm interested in, things that will move my world in the direction that I want to move it. Eventually I'd like to figure out how to make music in these crazy videos and trying to get people to enjoy music and learn music and be involved in music somehow. I'd like to make that my living, So I'm trying to figure that out. That's why I put out all the crappy covers and everything, just so I can kind of practice playing and leave something there for you guys to see. Some of the point of those is practice purposes. Absolutely. For you guys out there that are trying to learn, the people that are thinking about learning that have not decided to do so but think about it all the time, well, just do it. My idea is to probably not repost, but re-record most of those songs in 5 or 6 months, and try to that way you guys can see the progression. Try to give you some amount of progression with how it's going with me in terms of my skill, my ability. So that's why the crappy covers keep coming out. I mean, it's a way for me to watch and kind of keep track of my progress, and the same for you guys to kind of watch and keep track. Is this guy actually getting anywhere, or is he just wasting his own time, and the time of anybody else who chooses to watch his ridiculous YouTube videos? So that's the point of those, is to just to keep a record, for me, for you, for anybody else that wants to see how guitar progression, bass progression works. So we're going to keep obviously putting them up, and hopefully be more and more songs. I don't want to re-record the same things 3, 4, 5 times, but I will re-record some of the stuff that I've done lately. Everything so far, I'll do them again in 6 or 7 months, 5, 6, whatever, some period of time, first of the year, who knows, something like that. Valentine's Day, give you guys a nice little gift on Valentine's Day. Right. So, that's always part of my practice too, is to record these videos. It makes you, again, it's kind of like playing on the front porch. You really want to try pretty hard at getting them correct, and not making mistakes. But you guys, you watch those videos, you see when I smile and I'm laughing at myself, because I've played most of these tunes, most of them I've played 1,000 times, and still make mistakes, which again is some portion of the point of the whole channel, and the whole reason to be here is that you can make the same mistakes, and eventually you don't always make them. Not every time you play the song do you make the same mistake. But you're playing, you're creating, you're doing something. Pardon me. But yeah, you're creating, you're doing something, you're putting something out in the world, that hasn't been there before, and is, all yours. Kind of cool in and of itself, kind of pretty slick. And that's the point of the channel, to make you, if you don't play, to make you realize that everybody learns somehow, somewhere, sometime. Everybody that knows how to play anything at all, everybody that knows how to sing, everybody that is involved in music in any way, they all had to learn at some point, everybody. And it's never too late to pick something up and start playing it. And that's the point of the channel. You can make mistakes, but you can still progress. You can still get better. There are places you can go and watch other people who are learning and see what they're going through. Maybe avoid some of those mistakes for yourself. Maybe not even anything more than gaining some amount of inspiration from, look at this crazy yokel, and he got bit by the bug so hard he just tried to make a YouTube channel out of it. So you never know, I guess, how it's going to work for you in terms of music, but as long as you practice and you keep trying, you'll get better and better and better. And in my mind, the better you get, the more you want to play. At least that's the way it's working for me. So, again, this week, in terms of guitar, it's going to be a lot of chord work, and I'm going to work on those songs that I recorded this week for you guys. I think Fireflies, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Those are both chord-based tunes, and trying to see if I can't get those better and more closer to completely correct, and then try to pick up some new ones as well. In terms of the bass, I don't have a plan. I really don't have a practice plan for the week. Other than to say it's time to put some new songs in. I started playing the song One, Metallica. It's a pretty cool tune. I'll get that one on acoustic bass and let you guys hear it. I have a list of stuff to record. I have a bunch more videos in the box at YouTube that are going to get labeled and started getting released. I do want to try, it's probably not going to be this week, I do want to try to start doing kind of like a regular, maybe segment, I don't know if that's what you want to call it, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have several of them outlined. Uh, um, and I have, an idea for what I want to call it. I think I'm going to run them for, 15 or 20 minutes. They're going to be, videos centered around how music has impacted you in some way or another. Videos about songs that I play and how they have, grown around my world and mixed themselves into my world. So I'm going to try to get some of those recorded. I might get one record. I'm trying maybe to get one recorded tonight and get it up to be, premiered tomorrow evening. Not making any promises, but I don't want it to come out on Wednesday when we're going to do a live show. So maybe Thursday. I'll get it to come out on Thursday. And I'm trying to come up with ideas, so that I can have some stuff recorded and get you guys a video every day of the week, or at least 5 days a week. Do 3 lives. And then something else that I can record and get out on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. And try to be consistent. Try to get a lot of stuff out that's worthwhile. Maybe on Thursdays we do like just practice videos. Just a video of me practicing and learning this, learning that, trying to pick this up, trying to pick that up. Maybe that's how that will go. All right. So let's do this real fast. Once again, in my vast professionalism, I chose to drink a half pot of coffee about an hour ago. So I'll be back, needless to say, in 45 seconds. You guys just kind of hang out, stare at the blank wall. We do have a new sign on the blank wall. I will direct you towards it. It's amazingly interesting. Check it out. I'll be right back. Well, I'm sure that was exciting for you all. The vast audience that we have tonight. Anyway, so again, yes, wildly professional we are here on the channel, and yeah, don't forget that's High Desert Music Channel. Tell all your friends about it, and you might as well get a laugh, man, because as much as this show is about this channel, as much as the channel and all the live shows and the recorded stuff I'm going to get out for you, as much as that stuff is based in trying to learn and get you guys excited about music and wanting to play music, it's also it's also about laughing at a fool like me. So there's always that. And yeah, if that's what it takes to get people interested in playing music and being involved in music is for me to come up here and make an idiot of myself, well, so be it. Um, I've certainly made a fool of myself in many other situations in many other places, and that's nothing new. Ask around. So not real scared of that one. And yeah. So speaking of not real scared of making a fool of oneself, I practiced the song that I told you I would get a vocal cover of. I sang it practiced it a few times yesterday. Practiced it a few more times before I put it on film because I'm pretty sure it's not that great. But we'll put it up and I'll get it recorded. I don't know. Maybe I'll record it tomorrow. I'm not making any promises. Like I said, I want to run through it several more times, even though I've been warbling this one out for 20 years. I still, knowing that I'm actually going to put it on film this time and let the world see it, I want to practice a few more times through a monitor, through a microphone, all that, because I've never tried, obviously, to sing through a microphone or anything. Well, you know, I was in church plays and stuff like that as a youngster, so I'm sure there was microphones involved, but you know, for the most part, that would have been the dudes running the AV board and just said, "Here's your lapel mic, put it on." You know, I don't remember anything at all about that. There's, you know, like choir singing. I know there was microphones. It was a church, but the microphones were up above you, and they were like room microphones. You know, they weren't. Maybe not necessarily. I don't know. But anyways, it is what it. That's just how it worked out. So you know. I want to practice, like I say several times, to sing it, and I want to practice just hearing myself through a monitor. I'm still trying to figure out the headphone thing. I think that what I'm going to end up doing is trying to get two sets of earbuds, maybe, and have, you know, one be the backing music and one be the monitor. Yeah, because obviously I don't know any way to split out how to split out headphones. I don't think I could do that. That doesn't seem possible. That'd be pretty cool if you could. So, you know, if you're an inventor watching the show, you're an electrical engineer out there, figure that one out, man. How to make one side of your headphones connect to one device and one side connect to another. That'd be kind of slick. I suppose it would probably be even better if I could have the backing track just tied to the rest of the stuff. And I'm sure I could probably figure that out. I mean, I got a wall of electronics in front of me that you guys can't see. Which is half the reason that this show is so crappy most of the time, and things just don't seem to run real smooth because it's always changing and there's always new shit going on. And I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm zeroing in on it. I do think, though, after I watch this show tonight, I'll see how this one goes. I pretty much have turned everything off with the OBS, and I'm not really getting the messages anymore about not having enough internet. The hard internet line seems to be working better. I mean, I can see that I'm not going up and down by 50% like I was in terms of bits per second. So that's good. I'm zeroing in, man. That means we're getting there. That means we're going to improve stuff. I'm going to keep trying to come up with some stuff to put on the wall behind me so that it's not just a bare white screen and there's something interesting for you guys to see. Not real sure how I'm going to do it or what's going to go up there, but I got a couple of ideas, so I'm going to keep working on that. Those are, and to be honest, all of these things all of it, the lighting, the set design, you know, all of it, the running of the board, the working of the MIDI controller, the practice with the guitar, the practice with the bass, and to some, you know, the practice with the amplifier stack over here. We haven't really gone through the amp stack yet. We'll get to that. Maybe that could be Thursday episodes, like gear episodes on Thursday. But I know I was going to kind of do gear episodes live on Wednesdays, so I'm not sure, but well, I don't know. I'll zero in. I'll zero in. My point being, all of these things combined together, the computer, the camera, the lighting, the mixing board, the focus, you know, the Scarlett, the APK Mini, the guitars, the basses, the amplifiers, they're all practice. It's all practice, you know. So that is kind of what my week is. I certainly know that I need to be better in order to bring you guys better videos and a better quality channel, and, you know, get some viewers and help more people out. I know that I need to improve and you know, in one of those old political terms, I need to redouble my efforts. But yeah, I need to focus a lot more on spending time with all of this and putting my energies into it. You know, the reality is I don't sleep well anyway. I haven't slept well for years and years. So if I'm going to be awake, I might as well be doing this shit. And so that all of these things are practice. So what is my practice for this week is going to be continuing to try and master all of these things, and not even master them, man. Not even master, that's incorrect. Figure them out just enough to be able to use them on the show and bring you guys a better show. I'm going to try to learn over the next week or 2 or 3 how to get like an opening screen and a closing screen for the videos. I'll start working on thumbnails. I don't know how to create thumbnails yet through YouTube, or I've searched and they don't show up, so I'm not real sure how to. I don't know that part. We're going to get into that. I'm going to learn that. I'm going to try to figure that out so that I get more interesting thumbnails on the covers. I mean, I know my loyal audience is going to check them out anyways, but the more people we can get to see them, the better. So if you did notice, I started hashtagging those videos as #funny, along with all the other ones that I normally use. I may change that to comedy, but I'm going to leave the funny or comedy. One of those two is going to stay on these videos because I do think that that's part of them, especially for now. They certainly are comically bad. But, yeah. Well, you know, hey, whatever, man. I mean, I'll get better, and you guys can watch. You guys can join in. And, you know, you can get better playing with me. That's the whole point, is to create a place where lots of people can come together and talk about music and be involved in music and learn it. And not have, you know, people treating you like hell because you're trying to learn at whatever age that you're trying to learn at. So that's yeah, that's kind of where the week is gonna go. I don't know, you know, again, like I don't have any real specific goals with the bass this week other than to try to get better at correct finger positioning. My left hand, fret hand, I'm still obviously working on that. And you know, so let's do that real quick. We can cover that. That's practice related stuff. So what I'm facing with the bass, you guys can see my hand. So the finger isn't the straightest in the world, right? You guys can tell. It's a bit crooked. You can see the thumb. Thumb isn't gloriously helpful either. So dig that. Okay, got a couple of, yeah. Got some oddball stuff going on. So anyway, this one that is crooked, see that? There you go. Now that's a good shot of how crooked that thing is. So the crooked finger there, you can see it. The crooked finger, the crooked thumb is almost helpful because it gives you a nice big anchor point on the back of the neck to snatch onto it. The crooked finger, however, tends to want to push my first finger out of the way. So like first fret, I'm generally going to go after it with my second finger. So I'm trying to get that correct. Because I know it does hamper speed. I know it does hamper, your ability. It just doesn't, it makes you not as efficient as a bass player, as an instrument player of any sort. To not use correct finger positioning is going to make you less efficient. So that's, as I said, I don't have a specific plan for bass practice this week, but that's part of it. To kind of just keep on working finger positioning and get all that stuff figured out a little better. And so that's where we're gonna head this week. That doesn't sound bad. It's getting there. I'll figure this mic out at some point or not to get the. Hey, nope, there it is. I keep hearing an echo in my ears. I don't know if you guys hear it, and I don't know if it's the angle that I'm coming in at the mic or something like that. I'm trying to do this without having the mic like right up in my face so you can't see me at all, and be completely hidden behind it. I watch a lot of these other videos and podcasts, and some of these people, it seems like they got their microphone like 5 or 6 inches from their face. To me, I can't really hear that in my monitor. So I don't know if that means I should turn the input up or what that should be doing. And I hear an echo when I do it that way. So I don't know if that echo is based on wrong angle. Anybody out there in the viewing world that knows. I mean, because when I get right up on top of it like that, it goes away, and I don't hear it. Like right now, that sounds far better to me than when I'm off of it. However, you get the pop from the P, and so all things to be figured out, all part of the practice. And you know what? Trying to sing into one has been weird. Trying to learn how to do that because I've certainly never sung directly into a microphone. As I said, in church stuff, there's microphones around, but I've never had it in my hand, right? Like I never sang a solo at church, with a mic in hand and a band behind me. So that's part of my practice this week too, is practicing how to be better at singing with lights, camera, microphone, all that stuff. And yeah, that's the thing that I need to figure out. I also noticed in a lot of these videos that when I do them through the Focusrite and the computer, they're not coming out in stereo, and I'm not real sure what's the story with that. And I'm going to keep trying to look into that because it sure seems to me that every setting I can pick in the OBS is asking to come out as stereo, but it sure doesn't seem like it is in most cases. Something for me to look into this week. Again, part of my quote-unquote practice for the week. So, we got a lot of things to do. Got a lot of things going on in the personal world that need to be fixed, repaired, changed. So, it's the world, man. That's life, right? So, and you know, I asked on Friday night. I brought it up. I know I won't get an answer from this, and maybe we'll put up a short about it and do kind of a poll. Maybe I can do a poll as a post on the homepage of the channel, something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think about a second channel completely not tied to this one that is like all the other channels out there? And do you want my crappy opinion on the world? You know, I'll give it to you if you guys want it, but I'll do it on another channel. I won't do it on this channel. I want this channel to be just music. But yeah, if that's something you think you guys might be interested in, let me know. Email, comment, that sort of thing. We'll get into it. I certainly could sit and talk about that for hours a day. Not sure. Most likely there'd be more money in that. If you say the right words, you could get a crazy amount of viewership in no time with those kind of videos. Not that that's where I want my world to go by any means, but, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want my take on the world and what I see going on and what I'm sure you guys see going on, let me know. We'll put it on another channel. And God knows I look at things in a weird way sometimes. So maybe it'd be a good channel. I don't know. Two channels at once, I guess, would obviously give me twice the ability to get better, twice the ability to improve, twice the opportunities to improve. So I'm going to keep thinking about that this week. We'll look into that. But, if you got an opinion on that one, send us an email, highdesertmusicchannel@gmail.com. That's High Desert Music Channel, all lowercase, all one word, @gmail.com. You can leave us a comment. One of the videos, I'll see it. I'll take it to heart, whatever you have to say. And of course, we want to hear your comments. Leave them good, bad, or otherwise. I'd love to hear what you got. Give some likes to the videos. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Pass this around to somebody that is like me, kind of goofy, and but he's that one guy at the family reunion. Like, what the hell is that guy up to now, man? So yeah, pass it along to somebody who wants to learn music or is trying to learn music or tried once and it didn't work out for them. Show them the channel, tell them about us, let them see that it is possible to pick something up even when you're getting old, and gain something from it, gain some enjoyment, gain some smiles, gain some true happiness. You gain brain activity, that keeps your mind sharp, keeps you thinking, keeps you going, keeps you working and concentrating on that stuff, and that's immensely helpful, at least to me. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking us out here at the High Desert Music Channel. I really appreciate you coming by and watching the show tonight. Again, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, pass this on to your friend, give us a comment, good, bad, or otherwise. We'd love to hear it. Pass this along to your friends that you think might get a laugh, get a smile, get a giggle, might pick something up about playing a guitar, might pick up nothing other than the inspiration to do so. That's what we really want. We just want to make more musicians out there in the world, and help everybody gain a little joy and fulfillment from life. So thanks for watching here at High Desert Music Channel. We really appreciate it. Check out our new videos. We put a bunch up today. I have some more going to come out tomorrow morning. There'll be more tomorrow night, Wednesday morning. we'll just keep them coming for a little while. I have several more in the box that are ready to come out, and I'll record some as well this week. I will do my best to get to that vocal cover. I know my mother has specifically asked for it, so therefore, you kind of gotta. But I'm going to practice that one a few more times. So keep checking us out here at High Desert Music Channel. We'll keep making you laugh. We'll keep making you want to learn some music. Like the videos, subscribe to the channel, give us a comment, good, bad, or otherwise. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a good evening, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thanks, guys.